Hey, welcome back to the Pilot's Mindset episode 22. So, what does that mean? It means that we are 22 days in the 29-day consistency challenge. We only have 1 week, guys. 1 week to full completion of the challenge. So, for the ones of you who managed to stick to the challenge, round of applause. Really well done. It definitely is a huge feat. Well done. Huge accomplishment. For the ones of you who fell off the wagon, well, it's okay. Like we've already talked about, so long as you keep on trying, you have not failed. So keep on trying. Anyway, back to tonight's subject. Tonight's subject, or today's subject, depending on where you are in the world, I don't know. It's going to be the power of visualization that we touched briefly on yesterday. Just one more thing before we get on this, because I got sidetracked there. Have you guys done your tracker? Nerd detected. That's the secondary challenge we talked about. I did mine yesterday and I identified my time wasters and I'm pretty happy with it. Did it, try to work this out during my meditation this morning. So I'm going to talk about this tonight, visualization, because it has to do something with meditation. All right, so power of visualization. So what is the power of visualization? It's the process of creating in your brain a mental image or a scenario, very, very well detailed. Essentially, imagining yourself achieving a goal that you set or performing a task with as much details as possible. What happens is we have a mind-body connection. The brain processes it as if it were real, as if there was no difference whatsoever between what the brain's imagery has been built and the reality. It's called firing neural pathways together. What fires together, wires together. It's actually the opposite. What wires together, fires together. Anyway, you get the gist of it. The bottom line is, if we manage to visualize what we truly want in as many details as possible, well, guess what? The brain is actually going to allow you to act accordingly. It sounds absolutely crazy, but that's exactly it. And this is when we were talking about embodying the identity of the person you want to become. Same thing. You visualize exactly what your ideal life would be, or what or how you would feel should you reach the goal, and what would be the exact scene, meaning with maybe like the color of the couch you would sit on, the smiles of the people that would be around you, and who would be around you, and what kind of things would they tell you should you achieve your goals, and should you be so fundamentally happy with yourself. So it is very, very, very powerful, and actually many studies have demonstrated that it improved athletes' performance and musician performances. And there was actually another study that was absolutely mind-gobbling, because it demonstrated that should you take a group of musicians and prevent them from practicing their instrument physically, but you would instruct them to practice mentally on a consistent basis, well, guess what? After, I think it was a week, I will put a link of the study in the comments below. After a week or so, they would still maintain the same skills, because they would visualize the keyboard, because they would visualize the fretboard, because they would visualize themselves precisely practicing. So this proves exactly what we're talking about. The brain doesn't know the difference between visualization and reality, and so we can use it to our advantage. So of course the benefits, let's talk about the benefits, is going to increase your motivation, it's going to enhance your confidence, it's going to improve your focus, it's going to reduce your anxiety. So it's definitely a bonus. The way we apply it in aviation, as far as we're concerned, we call this chair flying. And a prime example is using posters like this behind me. And what that does is it helps us construct images of us being in the flight deck and dealing with hypothetical scenarios, or dealing with our standard operating procedures, or trying to come up with good situation awareness, that kind of stuff. Um, this is definitely the kind of flight deck poster that any pilot would use so as to train for a new type of aircraft, for instance. And the whole idea is to allow the brain to absorb this image. Then you close your eyes, and then you feel that you're touching the corresponding switches or the rotating knobs, or you feel yourself on the takeoff. You know exactly what to anticipate. So that's the whole point, is to construct that mental image and rehearse it time and time and time and time again with as many details as possible. And when comes the real training, well, guess what? You're very well prepared. So I will be using this baby actually very, very, very shortly, as I am in my phase of retraining right now. So we have talked about the benefits. How can we use it for personal development? Essentially, we have to utilize visualization. Yes, but we have to, so as for it to be as effective, we have to use it when we are the most relaxed. And when are we the most relaxed? Meditation. That's exactly it. Remember, I introduced you to meditation. I'm sure that most of you know about meditation, and you may be actually regular meditators. But for some of you who do not know about meditation, it's actually a fantastic tool linked to power of visualization to set your goals. Meditation can have so many benefits, but one of them, and not the least, is to allow you to visualize your goals precisely. Why? Because the power of visualization is enabled when you are the most relaxed. Okay? And it is directly tied to your nervous system. If your nervous system is in sympathetic mode, meaning fight or flight, guess what? The power of visualization is not going to work, because your mind is going to be focused on survival mode, either fight or flight, meaning fleeing from the situation, escaping. When you are relaxed, your mind is way open. And now we can train your mind so as to visualize what you truly want to see happening in reality in your real life. So what I can offer you tonight is a bit of a guided visualization meditation. So I'm going to ask you to follow me in the breathing first, right? Remember, we have to inhale, maybe for, say, we did 6 seconds, and exhale longer than our inhale. And what it's going to do, once again, we talked about it in the previous video, is to allow your system to switch into parasympathetic mode, meaning relaxation of the nervous system. And that will allow you to allow the information to flow in your brain. And what wires together, fires together. Okay? All right. Okay, let's relax. So the most important thing, remember, to get into this aspect of relaxation is to make sure that your exhale is longer, way longer than your inhale. So let's do this together. All right. So let's inhale and exhale. You can exhale through your nose, but just remember, exhale longer than you inhale. All right, another inhale. Exhale. do this another time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, with your eyes closed, close your eyes, and we're going to start visualizing what we want to achieve. So I'd like you to pick one specific goal that you would like to achieve. And instead of defocusing like we did in the meditation of this video series, I'd like you to do the opposite and be as precise as possible with your visualization. Imagine that you are watching the movie of your ideal life should you reach your goal. Imagine the colors, imagine the shapes, imagine the people's behaviors, your behavior, and most importantly, imagine how you feel. Give as many details as possible to your brain. We're going to do this for 3 minutes. Start now. So once again, make sure you paint the picture with as many details as possible. And make sure you feel yourself. You feel how you try to determine how you feel as the event has happened. Another 2 minutes. All right. Now finalize your visualization. Once again, picture as many details as possible. Colors, shapes, overall energy, if it's in a room or in the middle of nature, then the sounds as well, the touch, the feel, as if you were watching a very well filmed movie. Another 30 seconds. Okay, you can open your eyes. So now it's totally up to you. If you are thinking that it's going to help you, you can decide to schedule a specific time in your busy life. You see, it's up to 3 minutes, but if you do it daily, you will see a lot of progress. I use it for what's called chair flying, and it helps me tremendously, but I also use it for other personal goals. And I have to admit that I've been wowed a few times by how powerful it is, because when you actually get to your goal, you're in the reality, you're shocked at how similar it is compared to what you imagined. Remember, the power of imagination or visualization, if you wish, is way bigger than knowledge, so long as you know how to utilize it. I hope that you like this episode. Once again, the 22nd episode of this 29-day consistency challenge. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, keep the blue side up. Ciao.